the villain here wants to go first. This bark-skinned goblinoid jumps onto the railing and is going to look down at you, Poog, and say, "You can't defeat me. I will gnaw your bones." This is going to count as a taunt. It's doing another action, so it'll get...
It's already worked.
What's that?
It already worked. I was like, oh, okay. Poog's admitted defeat.
She is doing another action after this, so I'll have a -2. You'll roll your spirits.
Do I still need to roll my
your smarts. You'll roll your smarts. Oh!
Do I still need
Does she still need to?
Oh!
I mean, you could get a -2.
I doubt it.
No, you'd be rolling just your straight smarts, so no, there's no way you could fail that.
I got a 10. Did I win?
You know that your bones are disgusting, and that if she were to gnaw them, she would get nauseous.
Joke's on you! I have diseases.
And with that, she's going to pull out a dart and throw it at you.
That's not what you said you were gonna do. Ah!
I don't know why I did this plan.
You have to call out your moves, remember? Like I did.
She had 2 actions. And she got a -2 on each of them.
No, like, because I telegraphed and she was able to block
Oh, okay. I thought you were... Like, I gotta plan it out with you guys.
Who taught you?
No, you don't have to tell us your
Say, no, that's... So a 5 should hit you. Since it's ranged, it's going for a target of 4. What is your toughness, though?
Why is a range target 4?
Because all you have to do is hit. So with guns and ranged attacks, it's there's penalties if you have range issues, like if it's a long range away. But unless you're directly in melee combat, it is just a 4 to at least hit them.
Neat. Okay. Checks out.
When you are in melee combat, then your parry does come in. So if you
what was your question for me? Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. Sorry, you were saying?
I was just gonna say. So if you close the gap there, then she would have to go against your parry.
Right.
I was going to ask you about your toughness.
My toughness is a 7.
All right. So the dart hits. It sticks into your chain shirt, but it doesn't pierce you.
Oh God! Oh!
It just sticks into your armor.
Oh God! Oh! Ouch! Oh, you killed me! Oh, Poog's dead! Chuffy! Poog's dead!
Discord cut off the first part of that, so it just looked like you were like... The recording probably sounds better. And
let's hope.
Poog, you have a king. It's your turn.
Poog is a king.
He's got a crown.
Poog will recover from his death and be like,
Oh, just kidding! Poog's fine!
I'm going to once again just move at her with the dog slicer, and since she's on the railing and you specifically used the word she is now taller than me, I would like to use goblin bravery.
You got me there. Yeah. I'll give you a +1 to your attack then, as you charge in foolishly.
My turn! Ah!
Fighting?
Yes.
+1 from... Alright. Roll. I got a 6.
A 6?
Wait. Never mind, I don't have any bennies left.
A 6 is enough to hit, but just barely. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Damage on this. Roll. Wow. 21, please.
Man, Poog's the damage dealer of our group.
Yeah, seriously.
He doesn't know it, though.
You have...
He died about 2 seconds ago, so...
Okay, give me a math moment.
Insert interpretive dance and beat by Chuffy. No, you do the beat. I do the interpretive dance. This is like Dumbledore.
Turn it into Puppet Palace.
I didn't even watch Harry Potter, but that's what that reminded me of. That's just a meme. That's not like from the movie.
No,
that's not
it's
canon.
Puppet Pals. Yeah, no.
Okay. I was like, wait, make sure, because if that was in the movies, my opinions on Harry Potter would be fully justified. Dumbledore.
Snake.
I don't remember the rest.
That was a classic.
Slippery Snip. Yeah.
Ron Weasley.
You guys know that's all I was thinking of. He's like, yep.
All right, so as you slice into this wooden-bodied creature, you slash through these rags and into what literally feels like you swung at a dense tree. But you slash hard enough that this thing takes some significant damage. And as you like inflict some force onto it, it also needs to...
Damn.
Why am I not allowed to have fun today? No, you knock so hard that it topples and falls backwards into the mud below.
This is like shout out to if you guys are subbed to the Patreon, you'll see we did a one shot over there. I don't want to give away spoilers, but there was a certain character who just ran in and punched all my enemies in the face. I was like, oh,
All right.
they're almost dead. Sweet.
All right. That brings us. So that was. I didn't ask if you wanted to do other things.
No, that was it. I would have said no.
Good. Chuffy.
Charging and attack.
Yes.
You're looking at this dog that's trying to recover. Maybe I should call it something else. This forest hound.
This beast.
I'm just going to be abusing you guys every time I say dog, it feels.
Yeah. This poor puppy.
I want to kill the dog.
This beautiful little baby.
Gamers everywhere punching their monitors.
Yeah, no, I'm going to take the opportunity to trying to remember the different ways that I can gain advantage, or not advantage, what is it called in this?
If I distract them, I feel like I'm pretty distracted.
It's your athletics, your fighting, intimidate if you had it, but you don't, and taunt you can use to try and get distracted or vulnerable. Distracted is where they have a penalty to do things. Vulnerable is when you have the +2 and activate your assassin edge.
Yeah. And that's the athletics one, right? Where I can maybe do some sort of like sweep to before trying to stab them.
Yeah. Athletics would be good to distract them, make them vulnerable in that way. Because it's a multi-action to do athletics test and then an attack, you'd have a -2 on both of them.
Yep.
But if you get that vulnerable, you get both the +2 that would nullify it and +2 damage. So that plan would essentially just be doing a risk of accuracy to get more damage.
Yep. Yeah, I don't need to. Well, I might need the extra damage. All right, then I'm going to. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'm going to try to, like, as this dog is getting back up, I'm gonna like try to sweep the legs out from under him, and then try to hit him again.
All right. Go ahead and roll your athletics, and I will roll my agility.
And -2 for the modifier.
Correct. Would you like to use it, Benny?
I would like to use Benny. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay. Let's see if I can beat your 9 with my D8. I can't. This is a unique situation because your 9 technically would be a raise over that. So if he wasn't already shaken, he would be shaken. And normally, like, if you're punching and you only do a shaken, you can make a shaken into the wound. In this case, you can never taunt somebody into being injured. or trip somebody into being injured. So it doesn't give you a bonus here, but if he that's what would have happened in that case.
Okay.
So you want to give him vulnerable, correct?
Yes, vulnerable. Yes.
And go for your attack. A +2 and a -2.
+2 and -2, so just cancel.
You could
it
just
out.
you can ignore it.
All right. And where'd my? Oh, there's my fighting. Okay. No mods.
Oh, just barely. So you don't get a raise on damage, but you do get your +2 to damage. And your +1 from your sword.
Can I use a Benny?
To reroll, you certainly can.
Well,
Oh, just barely.
All right, that's enough wasting that today. All right, so get my +1 from my sword.
Yep. And +2 because they're
Vulnerable.
you're an assassin, a dog assassin.
A dog assassin. Yeah.
And a 14 is excellent. That is enough to slice in a quick, clean slice, and this dog is down. Poor Tickletooth.
No suffering.
Yes, we'll say no suffering, just so that people don't have to listen to me talk.
Yeah, no, you just lobbed its head off in one clean swoop. The puppy fell immediately.
The puppy. And that brings us to Lord. This guy. He's going to jump up onto the deck and just slops down. He doesn't need to roll. This is just walking for him. Mm-hmm. And that is his turn. He's looking at you both quite hungrily. If you glance back, well, actually, as hungry as a giant toad can look. That brings us to the next round. Draw your cards. Uh-oh. He's most likely to be looking at his comrade, so he's looking at Poog and his comrade. He's just gonna go for a nice little tongue strike.
Are you Zerangel?
Robert.
I work for Zerangel.
What is your parry?
It's me.
Parry is 6.
All right. So the tongue flies out at you. How exactly do you avoid it?
No, stop!
You just slap it to the side.
Yeah, dude, just slap his tongue. Just like slap it. Like,
No! Poog!
Yep, that works for me. Okay, that brings us to Chuffy. You see,
We know each other!
you see your comrade is cornered. Maybe he could use some of your slashing help.
My slashy.
Look, I have your action figure!
It's just gonna eat your dog finder.
no, not again.
I'm going to, and he didn't come into my range already, so I would have to move to get to him.
Correct.
Okay. Then, actually, because he's trying to, because Poog is so adamantly trying to convey his faith to this toad, I think Chuffy is going to be like, I think he's got it handled. And he's going to go...
I work for him! We're friends from the office!
And he's going to go for Vorka, actually.
She's technically on the ground over there, off the side of the ship.
Oh, right. That's right.
Yeah, let me move her out a little bit further.
Okay.
Yeah, she got knocked off the railing, and yeah, you could probably go over to the railing and throw something at her, though.
I already forgot she was there. No sense dwelling in the past. Poog's already moved on.
Chuffy is wondering if he should do a leap off the side to try to stab her from above.
What would Chuffy do? Actually, better question. What would Stank Rush do?
That's
Stank.
meta.
Yeah. Chuffy, like, hears this chittering in the cage behind him. Uh-huh. From above. And he's going to run and leap off the edge of the boat and try to jump down and stab Vorka.
Hey, Chuffy, look, it's... Oh, shit!
I'm just going to have you roll fighting for this, but I'm going to assume that you'll have the drop on her, which activates your assassin, of course.
Yeah.
You have a +4 to hit and +6 to damage total.
Okay, +4 to hit.
+4 to hit.
+4 to hit.
That certainly hits with a raise. Roll your damage plus 7.
Okay.
Normally you get 4 for the drop, but you're an assassin, so I gave plus 2, and your sword is that final push from 6 to 7.
Okay. And with the raise?
With a raise. Wow, your rolls aren't that good in that.
No.
But yeah, that's certainly enough. You launch off the side of the ship, and you can see her down there, crawling in the mud, and you just slam down on her back. Your sword pierces all the way through, and this cannibal has certainly been slain. Unfortunately,
it was your mom.
You did so in front of a pale, large human horse. It's not human, it's just one that a human would have.
That was way scarier like a second ago.
Nay, just some guy. A human horse.
just a
Hello, Chuffy.
just a giant like
Sup?
jack dude with a horse head mask on.
Yeah. I'm Greg.
Yeah, it's not even a real head, it's the mask. It's just that horse mask, and he's like, nay. It's just a cosplayer, like, or a furry or whatever. Most terrifying.
It looks at you with beady, evil eyes, but it will go on its actual turn next round. Vorka is incapacitated, stabbed through mostly, and Poog, you're looking at this giant frog, your god perhaps, and you see your comrade just run back, jump off the side of the ship.
He don't understand. He just needs to meet you, and Chuffy will be your friend. He's a little scared of strangers. Here, come with me.
It's my turn, right?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, come with me.
I want to be like pulling out my jar of pickled fish. Pickled fish. Heh. I don't know what it is. Hang on. It's a jar of pickled fish heads. That's what I'm grabbing out of my backpack, because I want to move over and I'll kick the shovel out of the way and open up the door so we can go inside and talk about it.
Okay, so you're pulling out this treat and you're gonna go unblock the door.
Yeah, I'm kicking the shovel out of the way. I'm gonna open up the door, like holding it open so that he can go inside and we can talk about our faith in Zarangel together.
Wasps pour out.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Okay, come with Chuffy now. We talk about you, Zarangel. So great. He's the best. He is so hot. The best Zarangel.
Let's draw fresh cards. Uh-oh. Yes, the large horse stomps on over to you. Down on the ground here, Chuffy. It's just stomping in this thick mud. You realize you're a little bit more trapped than you thought down here. It's going to stomp you.
Stomps.
Does a 9 hit your parry?
Yes, it does.
What is your parry?
My parry is 6.
Okay, but
imagine
not a
this
raise.
Imagine this game ending is Chuffy is just stomped to death by a human horse, and it pans out to Poog and Monster Toad just having tea together. That's the end.
And fade to black.
He never even went back to the clan with the fireworks because he forgot what he was doing. He's just having tea with
He becomes the new Zorga.
yeah.
Does a 6 beat your toughness?
It does not. My toughness is 7.
Okay. It just stomps against you, and it like probably just pins your clothing a little bit, like pulls on your leather pants, and you're like stuck for a moment, and then it immediately stomps back down and just completely misses you. You notice that its legs are surprisingly scrawny, and you don't think that this thing has eaten much in a long while.
So it is a furry.
It pulls up its stockings.
Fishnet tights on underneath. I don't know anything about furries.
We're just gonna say it's Chuffy's turn.
Chuffy.
You're being stomped at by this horse.
His name's Greg.
By Greg.
Shout out Greg. His name's Greg in the comments.
Let us know if your name's Greg in the comments.
Yeah.
He's been
Tell
here
us
from
what
the
size
beginning.
stockings you wear.
Or don't. I don't need to know. I'm not buying you any clothes, so it's like, what am I going to do with that information?
That'll be our next giveaway. Greg's stockings.
Okay.
Viewer submitted.
Yeah, so Chuffy would like to try to take a swing at the horse's leg, specifically the leg, trying to like knock it down potentially.
That would be a called shot, which is a -2.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, or just attack?
Just attack.
All right. This would be a good moment to have goblin bravery. But go ahead and roll with a -2 going for the leg.
Don't worry.
Even Poog's not that stupid.
So it's fighting -2.
Yes. Called shot.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Hold up.
It's what?
You already deserved a free strike.
He's a free strike. Yeah.
So before
I
you do
hear
your
chittering
called
over
shot,
my shoulder.
yeah, sorry, Stankrash. Sorry. Oh, man, that's such a hard rule to remember.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll. You're not losing this one.
Okay. All right. So this one doesn't come with a penalty because this is just free.
Yeah,
swing.
this would just be you're free to attack.
Free attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it hits its parry.
All right.
Just barely, not by a raise though. So
Dang.
roll your damage as normal. I believe you only have a +1 this time.
Just a +1. Yeah. Yep.
I'm so hyper focused on assassin that I never remember first strike. All right, 9 is just barely. That makes it shaken. So you cut at it and catch it off balance. You just need to do damage again, and you'll wound it. Which brings us to your turn, where you want to do the called shot on the leg.
Called shot in the leg.
All right.
All right. So that's a fighting with a -2 this time.
Yes.
All right.
Benny?
Yeah, I'll use Benny.
A 6 won't beat its parry. Do you want to reroll?
All right, Benny. Damn.
A 5 won't hit either.
Nope.
Yeah.
You swing at it, but it's like lifting its legs up and trying to like fight off whatever's attacking it, but it's missing entirely now. You just swing, miss its leg, and go, maybe I should have gone with the leg it's standing on. Poor goblin. Poog.
Standing on one leg, the other leg's like, no.
It's not goblin courage. It's just goblin stupidity at this point.
Yeah.
Poog, you look into this room as you like open up the door. It is what you would guess to be some sort of cooking area or food preparation area, based on how much meat and mildew and moss is everywhere. There's a distinct smell of cooked goblin in here, and there's a sack laying on the floor, in fact, a burlap sack with a familiar looking torso sticking out of it. You just see the arm and the head.
Belly button.
Well, you guys branded his face with letters because he was writing a history of your tribe. This is where he ended up.
Ah.
There's the corpse of a canine-like creature in here, just as mangy and filthy as the other two that you dispatched outside, or that your group has dispatched. But it looks like the poisonous wasps must have gotten to it. It's welts everywhere, and it's not moving. There's the remains of that.
Oh no.
There's the remains of that nest over a smoldering fire, and there's a large cauldron in the middle of the room that has soup.
Soup.
I love it. Yeah. Soup.
Is there anything you'd like to do? Just check to make sure I got everything.
Well,
yeah, that's basically it.
From Wrath's perspective, I was really hoping the wasp would go get a new Zerangel, because I don't see why Poog would attack new Zerangel. But seeing as though they're no longer in the room, Poog is just gonna take a look at this scene and be like, no. Just close the door.
No.
Never mind, the Poog had a bad idea. Let's just stay out here and talk about how great Zerangel is. Yeah. Zerangel, the beautiful Zerangel, the cool Zerangel is so damn cool. There we go.
Go ahead and roll.
You hear from down below off the side of the ship.
Go ahead and roll your faith.
My faith. Okay. 7. And I'm guessing with my free reroll on this, I would have to take whatever it rerolled to, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with the 7.
Nice.
That is your turn, which brings us to his
My
turn.
entire turn. Yeah.
He hops on over here, right next to you. Just hops and slops down, and he just looks at you with his big bulbous eyes. But that's his turn. Redraw. Poog. This initiative card system is just taunting you.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what to do.
The giant frog is much closer to you. Dogfinder on your head says, "Rip it."
Yeah. Okay, I'd like to multi-action.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. First action, I would like to lick Zarango. Second action, I want to slump down and take a nap next to him.
All right.
Wait. Actually, pause.
Oh, sorry.
No, I have spells.
You do have spells?
Yeah. I should probably be using these.
I feel like you're using your magic as it is.
Yeah, a lot of these are like damaging or curses and stuff, and obviously, I mean, they're from Zerangel. I can't use them against Zerangel. That wouldn't work. It'd be like Tasha's hideous laughter against Tasha. Yeah,
which would be pretty funny for Tasha.
Well, yeah, she might laugh actually a little, but yeah, I don't actually see any of these spells actually taking effect here. So yeah, I'm gonna lick Zerangel and probably like curl up and snuggle. Goog is gonna snuggle this guy.
Go ahead and roll your vigor for me.
Of course. A 10.
As one does.
That
was off of a D4. You
That was off a D4. He exploded twice.
Yeah, Poog isn't very healthy or sturdy, but
Joke's on you. Poog have diseases.
you.
Oh, can we make that canon? Maybe I lick him, and joke's on him. He contracts a vicious disease that maybe like 20 years down the road he will die from, and Poog will have the last laugh.
Poog, you lick this slimy, poisonous toad, and
oh god,
you feel a tingling come all over you. Wow,
Poog high.
what a beautiful tingly feeling as the whole world explodes into color, and you lean back into this giant toad, and you know that you're a hero. You're the chosen one. That's what this is. You're the chosen one. You can feel faith flowing all over you as you lean into this, and just you feel it slime against your skin like a blessing from your god. And
I feel so bad for anyone who has to play D&D with me.
You succeed at your tasks that you were looking to do, and that brings us to Chuffy.
Chuffy is getting stomped to death by a human horse named Greg, and I'm just getting high and hanging out with my new god.
The Licktoad tribe, that's what you're known for. You're just playing the character appropriately.
You're licking toads, of course.
Poog of Zerengel, a Licktoad goblin. That is my character sheet.
Yeah. But that brings us to Chuffy. You're almost going to be stomped to death.
Chuffy sees the inaccuracy of his swings. And how tall is this ship?
It's not terribly tall. You could probably try and climb back on, but you couldn't jump back on.
Okay. If I were to climb back on, does it look like this human horse could reach the deck from the ground? Like how large is the ship in comparison to this horse?
You could
from where I am on the deck. Can I even see the horse, or is it below?
You can't see the horse from this deck. It's definitely smaller. Okay. It's the case where if it wasn't so muddy and swampy around, it might be able to like jump up and like be more visible. But you're guessing based on how muddy it is and how weak it already seems. Once you're on the deck, you should be safe. Of course, you do have it on the ropes.
Okay. All right. Chuffy's going to try to set something up. Chuffy is going to try to climb back up to the main deck.
The site you're in for.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your athletics -2.
Okay.
There is some rigging that you can use, but it's covered in slime and blood and mud nastiness.
Uh-oh.
Not going to make it.
Not gonna make it. You start climbing though, and you're trying to make progress as quickly as you can. But uh-oh. It's Horsey's turn. Can Horsey recover from being shaken?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. All right. Horse is no longer shaken, so Stomp is going to do what Stomp is born to do.
Run like the wind.
Click.
Oh.
A 4 does not beat your parry, does it?
Does not beat my parry.
All right. It like slams against the ship, almost like it's trying to knock you off. Is that what you were trying to do, Mr. Horsey? No, he was trying to hit you. He hits the side of the ship several times, and you probably like jump to another piece of rope as it slams to where you were. It's telegraphing very well, as Stankrush says in your ear. And that brings us to...
Stankrush is telling me where the hooves are going, and I'm just like dodging.
Left, right, left.
Other right.
3 hops this time.
I'm up here snuggling a toad, and you're down there doing the Cupid shuffle.
Nothing.
That is the Cupid shuffle, right?
I don't even know. It's always played at dances, though, so that makes sense.
It's one of those, I think. Tell me in the comments. I think I got that.
I mean, they could just look it up, so they'd be able to know immediately.
Well, yeah, and then they can let me know, because I'm not going to look it up.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So nothing bad happens to you on your turn, but you are having the effects of your god's blessing. And you're covered in slime. So I'm going to need you to roll another vigor check.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
You're the one being blessed by your god.
Vigor check. I have no way to reroll that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're feeling very sleepy now.
God, Poog's gonna die by suffocation, by God.
The way he wanted to die.
Yeah, it's the way he wanted to go, you know?
Wait, he wanted to go out.
No, you're just kind of laying there, and you're feeling sleepy and drowsy. You're trying to keep yourself awake, and you're succeeding so far, but yeah, drowsiness is inflicted on you.
I'm trying to imagine what would be going through Lord, what's his name?
Long tongue.
Yeah, what would be going through Lord Longtongue's mind as he's like, comes out, throws the dog up, jumps up here, and I'm just like, hey, Dad.
You probably look up at its face at one point, and it's just kind of looking down at you with its big bulbous eyes. And you can't really read its face too well, but it's not like... Yeah, it's not like, rawr!
Yeah.
As frogs.
Just as confused as me, like, do I know you? Like, oh, I'm sorry, were we friends?
And on that note, we'll go to the next round. Poog?
Poog got the Joker!
No.
Poog.
Okay. What does having a Joker do for me again?
That means you get a plus
get to go
two.
Whenever.
Yeah, you get a plus two to all
two.
your rolls, your attacks, your damage, I believe. You can go whenever you want. And I believe it also makes it so if you're shaken, you're no longer shaken. You're stirred.
Well, I'm not shaken, I'm just high.
And you have 1 point of fatigue, I should have noted, with the drowsiness. Fatigue gives a -1 to all your rolls.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Well, I'm not going now, so
Okay.
whoever else is up.
Lord Longtongue would be the one that's next. He
Oh, great.
he is not doing anything nefarious. He just kind of plopped there.
See?
And he just goes
Like the deity's Erangel. Yeah, that's what Erangel would say.
Stomp, on the other hand, wants to stomp. Click, click, break a goblin.
Ooh, it hits.
A 7 hits, but just barely, I think.
Just barely, yep.
Let's see if I can damage. 6.
Doesn't meet my toughness.
It does hit you, and it slams you against the side of the ship, but you're just holding on, and you kind of bounce back a little bit. You're very rubbery like that. No damage and no shaken. You're just holding on. And
Skank Rush, your other left.
3 lefts this time. Okay, Chuffy, hanging on.
Hanging on. He's continuing trying to get up to the ship's deck here.
You're partially there already, so the -2 is not there. It's just a regular athletics.
Okay.
And a 6 is good enough. You are finally in safety. And that's your turn there.
Yeah.
So we're going to redraw our cards. Yes.
Oh, what about his Joker? Is that just like continue on?
Oh.
Like he can use it whenever?
I know.
Was there anything that you had wanted to do? Sorry, I didn't. I should have checked.
No, you're good. Poog's chilling, man.
And go for it.
I'm just trying to think, like, as a teammate, I probably should be doing something. And so that I don't die by just leaning against this frog until I'm dead.
Honestly, Chuffy climbed up onto the railing, saw you were just chilling with your new toad friend, and he's like, he's got it.
Got it. I know what I'm gonna do. Poog would like to stand up, fully intoxicated if possible.
Yeah. With your Joker, you can stand up and.
Okay. My plan is to start pole dancing on the mast for my new god.
Okay. We'll say you were able to get up and
We listen and we don't judge. Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing. You're laughing. Go ahead and roll your performance skill.
Right.
Untrained, I mean to say.
But +2.
Why
I
plus
had
2?
a joker.
Oh, right. Yes.
Dead ass +2.
Yeah. I got a 10.
Yeah, you're dancing. Your wild die really pulling through for you there.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you're certainly dancing, and so that'll bring us to the next round. The toad
pole dancing on the mast of a ship. Meanwhile, Chuffy's just getting thrown around like a rag doll by a horse.
The toad doesn't do anything except turn to look at you better.
Well, yeah, as one should.
And Chuffy, you are on board. You can see, I mean, from your angle, you probably climbed up and you saw your comrade stand up and just swagger over to the mast and start dancing against it.
What's this?
He's making good use of a rope.
Yeah, he is.
The giant frog isn't attacking him or anything. Yeah. It's just staring.
He does it well.
Stank is saying, "Put me down. I want to stay here and watch."
Ooh, the show's on.
Hey, you guys! Before we ever started this game, you guys said that Poog could provide distractions for Chuffy to be able to do action. That's all I'm doing.
That is what I said.
I'm playing my character.
Yeah. He's gonna see like that. He's still got it handled up here, and from above, and he's gonna jump down and try to stab the horse again.
Ah, yes, the repeat.
Yeah.
I won't say you
From
have
the top rope.
You don't have the drop this time, but you'll have it. I'll say it's vulnerable because it's probably not expecting this, but it is more aware than Vorka was.
Sure. Yeah.
So that will be a +2 to attack and a +2 to damage. So go ahead and roll your fighting as you run and do a little jump and leap.
And a +2 to hit.
Whop.
Let's go.
Oh, nice.
17.
17 definitely hits and definitely has a raise. So go ahead and roll damage +2 +1 with a raise.
Damage.
Chuffy, Greg Killer.
+2.
Needs all the pluses.
With a raise. 19.
Let's see.
Greg-tastic.
What a Greg.
You slam into Greg's back with your blade,
Sanity.
carving the Gorge of Gluttons into its shoulder, and you use your weight to just kind of rip and tear down, severely damaging its left front leg to the point where it collapses into the mud after slipping a little bit. You're confident as it just bleeds and gets more and more limp that this thing isn't going to bother you anymore. You have killed a horse.
Man. Human horse.
Yeah, one of those human horses.
You just hear no, you don't hear the you hear just Tuffy going just progressively getting louder, just
You're all having your own moments here, apparently. And that brings us, though, to the end of direct combat. End the turn tracker. You're pole dancing, Poog, for a giant...
Pole dancing Poog and Greg Slayer Chuffy.
Greg Slayer Chuffy.
You're dancing, and the frog doesn't seem bothered by you. So we'll go to Chuffy. After you've cut this horse and slain it, what would you like to do?
Harvest it for meat.
I'd just like to point out for anyone watching, this just goes to show you that not every combat has to be a fight.
Sometimes we win the long battle.
Yeah. And it's the friends we make along the way.
So you grab up a bunch of this horse meat as best you can. You're not really that skilled at it, as we saw
I'm not a
earlier,
butcher.
but
No.
but you at least have the idea with this animal as opposed to the spider.
Yeah.
So you've got a bunch of spider meat and a bunch of horse meat. You probably have like one of the legs. You like lobbed it off, and now you just have this leg you can hit things with. Or maybe it's a trophy. I don't know. You can throw it overboard if you want, but you have it.
Just picturing Chuffy walking around with a human man's leg, like hairy and stuff, with a stocking on it. Like from the Christmas Story or whatever. It's like a 40-year-old man named Greg's leg.
With a hoof painted on. Stocking.
He's just walking around. Yeah!
Could hit things with it.
Look!
And
So, yeah, go for it.
yes, and and then I'm gonna go over and start inspecting Zava or Basra. Zava.
Vorka. Yeah.
Vorka.
You can certainly go through this poor creature.
Zaba?
Zava.
Close enough. Now that it's been a moment, you notice immediately that this goblin never had flesh made out of bark. I don't know why anybody would think that. It's very clear that you cut through flesh and that there is blood everywhere and splinters of skin. That's not how those work. You can see that she was wearing leather
everywhere,
like leather kind of padding, but it's all in strips and rags. What you have is significantly better, which a human would say both are trash. Regardless, yours is better patchwork than hers. She has a scimitar she never got to use, a number of darts, as well as a small jar of slimy stuff, very close to the darts. I say close, I should probably say they're stored in the slimy stuff. So whatever she was trying to hit your comrade with might have been gross. She has a large floppy leather hat, and nothing else on her. I'll say you can tell that she has eaten recently.
Okay.
She's not starving.
She's also pregnant.
Okay, I would like to take the Chuffy would take the darts in the fluid and maybe start storing his darts in that fluid as well.
Absolutely. Let's see, Chuffy. Maybe I can just drag these between character sheets. Oh, you already have dart. What am I doing?
Yeah, I have some darts.
Yeah, you can definitely put them in the grossness. You can add jar of grossness to your inventory if you want.
Okay. And then he would also like to inspect the scimitar.
It's definitely not goblin made, but it's pretty old. It looks rusted in places. It's kind of dull. It's still an efficient weapon. It's just for a goblin, it's efficient.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to take it?
Nah.
It's about on par with a dog slicer, just a
Okay.
little different shape.
Yeah, no. He'll leave the scimitar.
Sounds good.
Just adding the jar of grossness.
While he's inspecting the bodies, can Poog be setting up a grand display for Zerengel?
Yeah, describe what you want to set up.
Yeah, I'll be pulling out stuff that I can find on the boat, maybe some fireworks.
Yeah, you do have some fireworks on you, don't you?
I do?
Yeah, you guys had you were given a bunch of fireworks before you left.
Yeah, you got the 2 Roman candles.
That's true. I didn't write them down. Oh, I wrote it on my note sheet. Silly wrath.
Silly wrath.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna light one. I do have a flint and steel. I'm gonna light one and look at the Zerengel and stick it into one of his flabs, his fat folds, and then I'm gonna light the other one and hold it up into the air. We're gonna let off some some fireworks as a celebration
All right.
of me finding my god.
Yeah.
We saved Zerengel.
Roll for me your smarts.
Okay.
Make sure that it's pointed the right way and you're not just sending Roman candles
8.
into the...
I can accidentally kill him. I'm like, nah! You're like, you did it. Good job.
Accidentally killed your god.
You do set it up appropriately.
Your game suddenly says, success. I'm like, no, it's not!
You're not that stupid. But you are smart enough to point the end that should be lit so that it's not being put out by the slime.
Okay.
So you managed to get it to successfully go off, and as you're examining Vorka down below, Chuffy, all of a sudden there's an explosion from the deck. 2 explosions. It's a boom, boom. Somebody's lighting off fireworks. The fire, beautiful in the sky, makes you feel as though you've done something spectacular.
You hear up top, shit!
Oh, he's casting spells.
Yeah. All right.
Do you want to join your comrade?
Yes, but first, down in this mucky kind of area, I would like to first look around for some bugs.
Yeah, go ahead and roll notice.
I went on a quest to find my god. He went on a quest to feed a spider. That's the whole story here.
You find a delightful looking snail, actually. Its shell is very, very shiny. It's a black shell, but it gives off a little bit of a reflection. And you can see a little bit of your gross face. Sorry, Chuffy.
Chuffy understands.
It's like, that's a compliment.
What would you like to do with that snail?
I'm going to take out one of my empty bug cages and put the snail in the empty bug cage.
You now have a beautiful snail.
All right. Adding to my...
Now you stink rush and stink slow.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
Damn it, Rat, that was my joke.
Joke stealing. So we left off with... you were setting up a display of fireworks, Poog, on the deck of the ship to amuse your god, who appears to be quite amused. He just kind of looks down at the firework that you launched using his body as the stabilizer and just kind of looks back at you. Ribbit.
They're communicating.
So Dogfinder was just a prophet all along. That's crazy. Where's Stink Rush? What's profit?
So, as Chuffy is like finishing up, with putting the darts into his bag with the jar of grossness, he looks and sees this floppy hat that Varga is wearing, and is like, Chuffy need hat. So he goes over to the horse and lops the horse's head off to use as a hat.
The humans.
Remove the human's mask. Yeah.
Yeah, you can certainly get to work making the horse's head into a helmet of some kind.
Yes.
Do you want your face coming out its mouth?
Ooh, that's a yes. I like that.
Okay, yeah. For a human, that would be a pretty big endeavor, but you're gross, so this is going to be quick work for you.
Wait a second. It was just a regular horse all along, but now Chuffy is becoming gray.
You are the goblin horse.
Chuffy is the goblin horse.
I am Greg now.
Chuffy is going to come back to town wearing the horse mask and stockings.
His voice just completely changes.
Nay.
All right, go ahead and add a helmet. Call it horse head, and it'll just be for your head, of course, but give it 3 armor. People are going to have a hard time knocking sense into you. And I guess while that's going on, is there anything that you wanted to do, Poog, to impress your god?
I want to go find more. I want to go find more fireworks.
All right.
Those were fun.
You could try climbing up into the rigging further to see if there's anything up in the crow's nest, or you could go down below, down from where the others came. So,
yeah, down there.
All right. Yeah, your boss doesn't let you, or doesn't bother you or anything, just lets you go.
I was like, what? He turned on me. No!
Go ahead and roll your athletics -4. Or sorry, -2. And then you'll have a -1 from your fatigue.
Yeah, I have that. All right. 2, but I'd like to use free Benny that I got from rolling Joker's Wild.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You do get that. Go ahead.
I noticed that. I'd like to take the 2.
You will take the 2. As you go to climb down this ladder, the first step breaks and you just kind of tumble down. You're too high and fatigued and drowsy to catch yourself, and you just slam into the floor.
Boog's pretty messed up right now.
If this was combat, you'd be shaken, but because there's no other risk, you kind of just dust yourself off after a little bit. Get up, and your face is kind of sore. But you can see a door underneath where this body is. I'm just going to get rid of these bodies.
I hope that's really a door.
I'm going to be heading towards it.
Absolutely. You open the door, I presume, rather than just stare at it for an hour or hit it.
I'll give it a good minute, and then I'll go in.
You hear the sound of somebody defiling a horse's head with knives and bits of sharpness. As you open the door, you can see in, and what you first pick up is that the air in this cabin is very thick and close, stinking of swamp and sweat. It has a very thick layer of mud everywhere, including the ceiling. And there's just an awful smell, as you can see dangling decorations made out of goblin bones and animal parts just hanging in random locations around the room. There does appear to be a nest of some kind made out of rags, sticks, mud, and other bits of cast off leather armor or whatnot. You think that this is perfect as a nest for a cannibal goblin, probably.
This looks like my mom's room.
You can see that there's a number of small trinkets around the room as well that were likely man things, but you don't terribly understand any of them just by looking around. They all look odd and strange and useless. You can take a closer look at those if you want, but there's also, before you act, there's also a large red chest that appears to have been attacked several times. It's painted red, it's not blood. It appears that there's scratches in the paint, as if somebody's tried to get in, but a large lock prevents it from being entered.
Okay. No other place that I could see fireworks from?
No.
Alright. Interesting. Okay, I'd like to spit on both my hands, rub them together, and run up and kick the chest.
Go ahead and roll fighting.
10.
Yeah, you definitely hit.
That's good.
But unfortunately, your kick is not enough to break metal. You just rattle against the chest.
Impenetrable.
Roll notice now that you're over here.
2.
You're standing in a lot of garbage.
Now's not time for nap, dog finder.
How big was this chest?
Rather large. It could fit 4 or 5 goblins, maybe even standing up. Spaced out, I mean.
Thinking about how easily Zerengel was able to throw dogs, I'm gonna go get Zerengel to help me haul this chest back to home, or our home. I'm bringing Zerengel home.
Go ahead and roll your persuasion for Zerengel to grab the chest.
All right, I'm gonna go hang out with Zerengel again. I don't have any bennies. I don't have any bonuses. I have fatigue -1. 6.
Yeah, Zerangel will hop on down there. You lead him over there, and as like you get down there and you tell him that chest or something, he just does a loud and as he does that,
or something.
As he does that, you can see inside his mouth there is a key hanging from the roof of his mouth.
Oh, Poog was built for this.
I want to grab my the tongs, the pliers, and I want to climb into his mouth.
Don't worry, I got it.
Yeah, you want to grab.
He was made for this.
You want to grab the key?
Poog's moment. Yeah, I'm going in.
Go ahead and roll your strength, and you have +2 because you brought pliers.
Don't worry, Poog will save you. Fancy.
As you pull the key in the chain out, you can hear it go. It's sort of a strange gurgling noise, and you climb out of its mouth.
Poog Meg, throw all better.
Yeah, you feel like you did a good thing. Like you're a professional dentist or something. Poog has saved his god.
Yeah.
That must mean something really good. Also, you have a key.
Yeah.
Poog the dentist.
Just throw the key. I saved you. I'll be like, oh, for chest! I'm gonna take the key over to the chest.
All right, you're able to run on over there. And that's when you probably notice that there's like a spot right next to the big red chest, about the same size. But there's nothing there anymore.
Invisible chest. Obviously.
It's like the imprint, like
try.
Yeah.
I want to try the key on the invisible chest.
As you try it on the invisible chest, you also notice, well, it's not there, and there's nothing blocking you physically, so you just kind of go through it. But there's bits of red wood over here, like little flecks, as if somebody had chopped up a red wooden thing here.
Okay.
Let's jump over to Chuffy really quick, because you have a beautiful helmet on now. You're very tough looking.
It compresses my head just a little bit, so there is still like a little bit of the gross like pustulous stuff flowing down my head right now.
Serene reality, you just did that mask to hide your face. You're so ugly.
It's not doing a very good job. And he's going to make his way up to this back deck here.
Yeah.
To get up by.
There's no trap on the gangplank, so you can easily walk around. You come up here to see the giant frog. You can look inside the open door to see your comrade pretending to open a chest next to a real chest.
I'm like pretending to picklock, but just using the key on an empty space.
I'll get it.
He's going to walk up and with Stank Rush. And you see a new cage on his side with Stank Slow.
Great joke.
Damn it, Wrath. And he's going to be like, and he's going to turn to Zariel and say, so you're his god, eh?
You say that to the large giant frog?
To the large frog, yeah.
It just goes... When you looked at Poog's eyes are super dilated.
I don't know how to do dilated.
Shine a light in
your pupils are really big.
Shine a light in your eyes and just like stare. And he's going to walk in to go and help out with whatever Poog is trying to do.
It's impossible to sneak in this room, so Poog, you can hear your comrade, and you glance over.
Shit!
Huh.
Oh.
You got...
I forgot you were even here. Where'd you go? What? You look different.
He is wearing a horse head.
Did Did you do your hair?
You have key.
Talking horse.
But where are your stockings?
Need fishnets, but otherwise pretty cool.
He lifts up his pant leg. You see fishnet stockings underneath.
He's just been wearing those just in case
Just
the
in
day ever
case.
came that he would get a horse head.
I like to think goblin fishnets would just be like those plastic things that hold a bunch of cans, you know?
Yeah.
And then wrapped around the leg.
Poog reaches down, shows his.
I'm the same one. Boog might need help hauling invisible chest. I can't get it open.
What in chest?
I don't know. It's invisible.
He like waves his hand in like where the chest would be. No think chest there.
Really invisible. But look at space. Chest space.
What in that chest? And he points to the red one. Stink rush think.
Pooh can't see through with the wood. Not that kind of wizard. Zarangal hasn't given me that power. I don't. Zarangal? See-through chest power?
So stink stink rush.
You have no idea who your
My
character
characters are bouncing all over the place.
is. This whole playthrough, it's like I don't even know which character I'm playing.
Yeah, Chuffy is going to bend down and start using his thieves' tools to try to pick the lock on the red chest.
Unfortunately, Chuffy isn't technically trained in thievery.
No, he's not.
His tools are a little less sophisticated. But go ahead and roll your athletics.
Can I give him a bonus to this roll? Can I help?
How would you like to help with this?
I'll lend him my thieves' tools.
You don't have any thieves' tools.
Well, I have one.
What do you have?
The key.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I'm like, oh, use my thieves tools.
If you use his assistance, you don't need to roll for that. You also don't need to roll for that.
I'm such a helpful
No,
teammate.
I'm gonna take the key and I'm gonna use it as a lockpick.
Yes.
It succeeds immediately. It must be magical. You have wand of lockpicking.
The horse Chuffy's so good at lockpick.
You open up the chest to reveal that there is a large stash of fireworks in this chest. And you probably glance to where there could have been another chest, and you think that might have been where your fireworks came from. This chest is incredibly heavy, and now that you've found what you wanted, you start thinking, how are we going to get this home?
Me have horse head, but no strength of horse.
Okay, that was weird.
You just open up the fireworks. You're talking about horse head and strength.
Who got frog on head, but not able to jump high. Wesley!
Stink rush, he gets it.
I finally get it. I don't get it. Zarangal, you, God, able to carry fire. That means yes on Zarangal.
Roll your faith.
Of course. I'd like to free reroll, please. I take a 6. I'm holding pliers.
You are holding your pliers still.
For anyone curious, my pliers are my holy symbol. Oh my god.
They've been watching the series so far. They know about your holiness. They haven't forgotten.
You should know.
More than us, because it's been a week. You're binge watching this right now.
Absolutely. Because only good viewers watch our shit.
Yep. And they binge it months after we released
they
it.
binge it. And well, multiple times. They watched it when we released it because we need the views, and then binged it again later. Yeah.
I'm glad they knew to do that.
Right, Greg?
Right.
Greg says yes.
Yeah, so you gesture to
Just
it.
waiting for some guy named Greg to watch this and be like, what the fuck?
Zarangel definitely just launches out his long tongue and grabs the the chest and pulls it back into his mouth.
What? They do! Shit! I never doubted you, Zarangel.
Stankrush thinks your god is useful.
My god would have absolutely killed us. Really glad it was my god.
Stankrush would like to hear more about your god.
Me too. We both gonna be real believers.
Okay. I would like to ride my horse back to town.
And hoping to take your boss friend god with you.
Well, yeah, our god, we have to bring him back to build the temple and
Absolutely.
rule over our people.
So you guys leave this.
There's like I don't have my notes with me, so pardon my loss of thought here. The war chief,
Chief Gutwad.
Gutwad. So that's like state, and then Zarangel Church.
Yes.
So rule over our people.
Yeah. You guys embark from this old ship. Definitely not goblin made. Simply goblin found. And Zarangel, or Lord Longtongue, or whatever you wish to name him further, follows along behind you guys with a distinct loud slap as he slams into the mud each time. This gluttonously large being just holding a crate full of fireworks in its mouth. And you make it back. I'll go for it.
With the slaps, his rhythmic slaps, I'd like to smack my horse that I'm riding and tell it to make a beat with the slaps, and I will make a song, and this is gonna be like the outro from like Bob's Burgers, where they just make the music, the sounds of the thing, as I sing a song as we slap our way back to town.
Chuffy's still just
But it goes with the slaps of so it's like
boom. As you guys make your way along, having a wonderful time listening to your beats and feeling successful, you come back along a path where you had been harassed before. But thankfully, because the giant spider is already dead, there's nothing to harass you on your way back. So in true heroic manner, you slap your... I don't want to say that, actually.
No. What were you going to say?
I was going to say you slap and beat your way past the spider.
Yeah, we do.
Gross. This is the grossest game. And you bring your prize all the way back to the town, back to your tribe grounds. And I forgot to show it in the first one. This is Chief Gutwad and Slorb, little comrades here.
Oh my god.
It seems that goblin life has been going on without you guys, but you arrive several hours after you left, well before nightfall, on your goblin dogs with a giant toad.
No, I'm riding my horse.
Your goblin. Oh, your
No.
horse. You're riding Chuffy.
I have a goblin horse. Yes. That's what I said. I'm riding my horse back. I was wondering why no one. reacted to that.
I thought you meant
I'm
your
riding
goblin
my horse
dog.
back.
I was
Like,
thinking
as
goblin
we're-
dog.
As we were walking, I said I slapped my horse and tell him to make a beat.
I thought you were talking about the dog this whole time.
Yeah, me too.
I was waiting for
I
us to go back
kinda-
to town and be like, whatever happened to our pregnant dogs?
You know what? I kind of like that a little bit better. You have the mentality of horse now, and you're capable of carrying your comrade in his heavy chain shirt armor. The goblin dogs are following behind, but one is riding the other.
They came. Still both pregnant.
It's still both pregnant. Sure.
Oh man.
And the
Yes.
giant frog follows behind. And of course, this gives a riot of attention from all of the goblins as they look to you guys with awe. So many things that they start to chirp and squeal about. Did he kill a horse to get that head? No, he must have found it, but the blood is fresh. The goblins are all ablaze about that. And then are those goblin dogs riding each other? What is that giant? That's a giant Zarangel. And just all together freaking out. And you can hear, as this goes on, Slorb has like sprinted to the chief's house. And after a few moments, the chief comes out on a large chair being held by other goblins. And, oh man, that light is, there we go. I just looked over at my camera and it's all being blurred by the light coming through my window. That is the light coming down on the tribe grounds right now.
Yeah.
And the chief comes out.
There and go.
Your giant frog lets the trophy out of its mouth, the crate of fireworks. And it kind of tumbles to the ground in a way where it rolls and then opens right in front of the chief. And he looks down at you, says, Yes, I was great wise to decide that you two would do this for me. You have done greatness for the tribe, and as such, I award you, he points towards Poog, you are now the Name Master.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And you, he's pointing at Chuffy, will be the Master of the Pig Pit, owner of all slimes. The goblins all cheer around you, going mad with, oh, he's got a title, they've got titles. And
wasn't it the pig that kicked your ass?
Yeah. A perfect opportunity for revenge.
He just goes in there and kills all the pigs.
And he finally says, and because you are master of slime, you shall also be the one to marry my daughter, the fearsomely corpulent and ferociously lusty Guppy Wartbits.
I thought it was gonna be my mom. Okay.
No, the Chief Gutwad's large daughter is pledged to you to be your lover. But thankfully, we won't have to see this as we leave our goblin friends today, having completed the module We Be Goblins.
We do be goblins!
We be goblins.
You guys have gotten the good ending, where you destroyed all of the threats, you killed the giant spider in the woods, you got maximum reputation, essentially, here, for killing the horse, destroying the cannibal. You will go down in history, unwritten, as some of the greatest warriors of the Licktoad tribe.
Of course.
And that has
Better
been
be unwritten.
We Be Goblins.
Hey, good job, Pickles.
Hooray!
Hey.
Shout out to Mr. Pickles.
Yeah, shout out to all of us. Shout out to
Greg.
Richard Pett, the author of this module.
There you go. Richard Pett?
P-E-T-T.
Okay, Richard Pett. Well done. That was fun.
Wish his name was
That
Greg.
was really fun.
That was a good one.
Yeah, Greg. That would be really funny. I'd be like, and now I feel bad.
We killed Greg!
Oh, God.
Yeah, we did.
All right. That's
I don't know if... I mean, there's the unlikely chance that Richard Pett ever sees this video. I really hope he doesn't, because even he would watch this and be like, what the fuck did you do to my game?
played it correctly.
The horse is not wearing fishnet stockings, guys. That's going to be the comment from Richard Pett.
It'll be something like really like polite, like, you did a great job, but horses don't wear fishnets.
Yeah, the horses of my world don't wear fishnet stockings, guys.
And what the hell was with all the slime?
Chuffy is not
Why
that
is everyone
gross.
pregnant? Well, there you guys go. There is our playthrough of We Be Goblins by Richard Pett, a Pathfinder adventure converted to Savage Worlds, correct?
Correct.
So we were using Savage Worlds systems for our rules for this, but
If you enjoyed
shout out
this,
to Mr. Pickles.
oh, sorry, I was gonna say,
yeah.
if you
you say
if you enjoyed
you
this,
do you.
let us know in the comments, because there are 3 more We Be Goblins adventures. We're not going to do them right after this, but if you love that and you need to see more of what Chuffy and Poog are up to,
The Return of Chuffy and Pig.
Cheffy
We'll
Lord
see.
of the Slimes and Poog, Lord.
The name master.
Pole dancer. Name master. For this adventure, he was the pole dancer. For next adventure, we'll go into it as Lord of the Slimes and Name Master. That'll be, the rules, the shoes we need to fill. So yeah, huge shout out once again. Round of applause, Mr. Pickles. Well done, man. That was fun.